Good morning and welcome to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac, president of Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston, president and CEO of the Roby family of companies. Trent, today is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you.
Great day.
To all the dads out there listening, it's At Home with Roby, 9 to 10 on Sundays, WBT, here we are.
So you know, we recorded earlier in the week, so this is a work day. It's a weekday.
Yep.
And my kids are out of school. Kids finished school last Friday.
Right.
So kids are out of school, so I go and kiss my girls. I got two of my girls were in bed, sleeping with my wife in the bed this morning, and my dear Roro, who's my middle girl, is kind of awake because they're used to getting up early. And I kiss her, and she says, "Where are you going?" I said, "Baby, I still got to go to work." Yeah. Just because you don't have school, Daddy got to work. So
I remember my neighbor telling me the story. When her son went to kindergarten for the first time, after the first week, he was kind of like, "Oh man, Mom, how long do I have to go to school for?" She was like, "Son, at this point, you just got to hope for a good PTO plan when you get out of college." So, I mean, you think about it. I mean, those summer vacations were awesome. I mean, that last day of school was the greatest day on earth. Everybody's happy. Everybody's excited. And it's even more fun when you got to high school and just remember people would throw their papers everywhere. I mean, it was just euphoric.
So last Friday, my sister came into town, my children's aunt. She lives in Augusta. She's an ER doctor. So she came into town, and I think they got out of school half a day on Friday, their last day of school, and they all went to Carowinds. I mean, really, I mean, all four of my kids, my little boy, Reagan and Taylor, and Tay-Tay, they call her Aunt Tay-Tay. And then, Saturday we were on the boat. I mean, life is good to be a kid on the river in West Mecklenburg County where we reside. So
it is. And I saw some of those pictures on Facebook, and I mean, the look on those kids' face is just priceless. I mean, you can just tell they're just so happy, and they really love your sister. I mean, they love Taylor, you can tell.
Well, you know, I live beside my mom, so so Sunday I had to go actually have my garage doors going in today, and I had to go put some boards up so they can mount the brackets on the garage door. I went and did it myself on Sunday, and over at the house, and my sister sends me a video of a 6-foot long snake running across my mom's mid-level in the backyard, and you can hear the kids down on the boat dock swimming at my boat dock, so one yard over.
Yeah.
You can hear them in the background chiming, and this is a huge snake. It was kind of beautiful, but it was slithering across the yard, and I had a Papa Ron moment, and I texted back and said, "Why you messing with that little snake?" And that's just something my dad would have said, and that was just his humor. And she laughed. She said LOL and all that good stuff. You know, I said about 5 years ago I would never text in my whole entire life, and now I'm talking about LOL.
Oh my gosh, you're throwing emojis out, aren't you?
Oh, I love emojis. I'm the old guy, right? So I just make all these funny faces and throw an American flag on everything I do. So God bless America.
Everything that we say that we're never going to do is what we should invest in right now. I mean, seriously.
I think I quit saying never. I think I have worked that out of my vocabulary.
But I'm with you. I remember. I mean, I ran sales calls this week. Yesterday, after today's, I ran 4 of them. It was fun with Andrew Wright, our newest sales guy. And the last call, this guy whips out a flip phone, and I kind of looked at him, and I was like, he goes, "Yeah, I don't have a smartphone. I'm never getting one." And I'm like, "Good for you."
I bet he does, because flip phones are gonna be gone.
They're gonna be obsolete.
He won't have he might go phoneless.
It was just kind of it was cool that he had that. This guy was such a nice guy, and it was a really cool client. He came as a referral from a couple different people, and you don't see flip phones anymore.
He probably had it going on too, right? He no
cool.
show to that fella. That's
he
my type
cool.
of guy. I mean, that's how we roll. I'll tell you, everybody makes fun of me because I break phones like they're going out of style.
Yes, you do.
And I'm looking at my phone, and I got this phone. So my last phone, I think I average keeping my phones about 4 months. So I go through about 3 phones a year. And the crappy thing about it is, Patrick's over here going way more. I think he's upping it to 6. I don't know. I have an insurance plan, so they cost me a little bit. But the crappy thing about me and my phone is, right when I get my phone, every time within the first week, I break it. And then I use a broken phone for the next 4 months. until it completely falls apart and I can't even read it and goes bonkers. So I'm looking at my broken phone. I got this phone brand new about 3 weeks ago, and the first day I had it, I set it up, and Clark's our guest, Clark Stewart, Eastwood Homes, one of my very best friends, we went out of town together, and that night I broke my phone. I'm looking at my broken phone right now. Thank you, Clark.
I always tell people I do not want to be reincarnated into Trent's phone.
Well, everybody's like, don't you have a case? Why don't you have a case? Well, I don't like cases because it's hard to pull the phone out of my pocket. And quite frankly, the phone I used temporarily was like an iPhone 2, and it was smaller, and everybody was making fun of how I was using this antique phone, kind of like a flip phone.
Yeah.
But I didn't drop it because it fit in my little hands. And then I get this iPhone 5 or 6 or whatever it is, and I drop it because I got little baby hands. I can't grab it, and I get all excited, So
Well, it's all right. A good thing you had the insurance policy. If there's anybody from, I think you have Verizon's insurance plan listening, he's just kidding about all those broken phones. Don't research that. You mentioned Clark just a second ago, so we got about a minute left. Let's talk about Clark and what we're going to talk about in the next couple of seconds.
I'm going to tell one quick story. So when I was renovating my house in 07, my dad was my super, and I couldn't really get mad at your dad, and he's standing there looking at me like,
I've heard this, oh gosh.
Like, oh man. So I come home and nothing happened. Reagan's getting on me. Reagan's pregnant with our first child, and she's all being pregnant, and nothing had happened. And I take my phone, and I'm in the backyard, and I sling it down, threw it into rip wrap. And my dad turned and looked at me, and he said, "Man, you fired up, aren't you?" I couldn't do nothing. It's like I couldn't do anything. So that's a good phone story, and I'm embarrassed that I did throw my phone. I do not throw my phones anymore.
Plus, you got to incorporate your dad here on Father's Day. That's great.
So Clark Stewart, family business, second generation, Eastwood Homes, been in business for 40 years. A wonderful, wonderful success story for the Charlotte area. Their logo is built with care, and he'll be joining us. So please stay tuned. I think this is going to be one of our best shows we've ever had. Will you stay tuned, Patrick?
I'm tuned.
All right. You're listening to At Home with Roby. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.